I am taking Humpty Dumpty and arranging it like to extreme levels.
Let's get this party started.
Actually, resumed.
I'm here to help you create great music. I'm talking about Stravinsky level type of music. So what we're gonna do today is start moving really in a different direction. So far we are still stick with the original harmony in many ways. It's not an A major anymore. It's kind of a relative one with some different colors that we introduced, but it's still a very tonal, very predictable. To move away from this predictable harmony, that's one of the hardest thing to do because you conditioned your brain to listen this. Everything you're going to try, no matter how creative is, will sound weird. I said a lot in the series about perception that your intuition is always a second priority. Your first priority in your inner ear is your memory, because this is so predictable, because our memory is so stick to it. It's going to be super hard to break this inertia. And how do we solve that? First, we have a simple trick. We're gonna move this to a different key. If you notice, I'm just using my mouse, nothing else, because I really don't want to be guided by muscular mechanical practice that I have from an instrument. I want to be guided by the sounds purely. Okay, this color is good, and now I have this thing in my head. I'm gonna search for that color, and we're gonna be moved by that. So let's continue to do the transposition here. It kind of works, this key. This will last for 2 minutes because we don't want to have a key, right? That's one of the goals here. But let me tell you something. It's going to be impossible to play too much with the harmony without touching the melody. Why? Because it's covering an entire scale. Pretty much the half of the scale here, and the other half is going to be... Yeah, we do have all the degrees of, in this case, is a minor scale. It's a major scale, minor, major scale. It's all the same. You probably know that by now. It just depends what you look as the fundamental of that tonal field. If you look to one point, it's minor. If you look to another point, it's major. It doesn't matter for us. This is hard to break because the melody is dictating a tonal field. We're gonna have some challenge here to change that. In this entire sequence here, what is the signal that's telling us this is Humpty Dumpty? It's this sentence, right? This particular phrase tells you that anything that I do from this point on, I can have more freedom because the signal has been given already. I wanted this to be outside. So what about this is the minor third? So this is going to be a D now. All right, let's put a D minor here. Now, of course, if I respect the original melody, this guy is out. So I'm going to make a variation of the melody. It's still respecting the boundary because the signal has been given here, right? And I still can do this because if you look, just look to the drawing, all right? Just look to the movement of the notes. It goes up, down, up a little more, and down again. I am still respecting this structure. Go up and down, a little up more than before. But so the general pattern is still here. This is part of the signal, right? Let's see how it sounds just the very beginning. Now, what we want here is simply doubling down the intention. We want to make sure that this is intentional.
Alright, everything led to this moment. We learned how to use resolution to reinterpret rhythm. We learned how to find vacuum to find harmony opportunities. And we learned how to preserve signal so we can have the freedom to explore. If you keep doing this over and over, you can create something that's truly disobedient.